on race day.
Well, back to ITMate and the Indiana Medical Board deciding if Dr. Caitlin Bernard will lose her medical license. She's the doctor accused of violating HIPAA laws and child abuse reporting laws in connection to a 10-year-old abortion patient. That became national news last year after Roe v. Wade was overturned. ITMate's Cody Fisher just walked out of that hearing. Cody, what's happening?
Well, Phil, this hearing has been going on for more than 8 hours at this point here at the Indiana Government Center, and the State Medical Board is still hearing testimony. The state actually just called their final witness from their perspective, and it is someone that they say is a HIPAA expert. But all of this testimony will help decide, the board will decide from that testimony whether or not Dr. Caitlin Bernard will face any punishment from the board. Now, the State Attorney General's office is arguing that Dr. Bernard broke the law in two different ways. They argue that she did not follow state law by not reporting the child abuse to Indiana Department of Child Services. They also argue Dr. Bernard broke HIPAA law by talking to an Indy Star reporter and revealing her patient was 10 years old and from Ohio. Now, Dr. Bernard responded to the accusations that she broke HIPAA law during this hearing.
I did not release any protected health information. I complied with all patient confidentiality and HIPAA laws to the best of my knowledge, and again, there was no information that I released that led to her being identified.
Now, Dr. Bernard's lawyers are also arguing that she did not violate the Indiana reporting of child abuse to Department of Child Services because Dr. Bernard actually reported the incident to an IU health social worker who then reported it to the Child Protective Services in Ohio, which is where the child abuse occurred. Now, again, there are still testimony being heard in front of the State Medical Board, and right now they're hearing testimony from someone who is a HIPAA expert to kind of parse through some of the very fine details of whether or not Dr. Bernard did in fact violate HIPAA law by talking to that reporter from the Indy Star. I'm going to hop back into that hearing, and I'll give you an update here in about 55 minutes. Reporting live, Cody Fisher, Wish TV, ITMate.